Yo, what is going on, everybody? It's Juan Solo here with ASQD Gaming, and welcome back to the channel. Thank you all so much for tuning in today for some more Ghost Recon. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about game engines for the next Ghost Recon, but I do want to clear something up here at the start of the video, because I saw a number of comments in my recent videos talking about the next Ghost Recon, and all these videos that I've been putting out are speculation videos based off of the leak from Tom Henderson saying that we were going to get a new Ghost Recon game and it was slated to release in 2025. That leak is all of the information that we currently have to go off of with the Ghost Recon franchise, but I just wanted to state that here because there were a number of people in my last video that asked if I had any inside information that I could share, and I am in the exact same boat as all of you. I have my fingers crossed that we will get another iteration of the Ghost Recon franchise that meets everyone's expectations, if that's even possible, but I just wanted to clarify that here at the start of the video. So going back to the main topic of today's video, talking about the game engine that we could possibly see in the next iteration of the Ghost Recon franchise, we're going to be talking about multiple game engines, including engines used in other Ubisoft games, and whether or not they would work for the Ghost Recon franchise. So with that being said, real quick before we jump into things, if you guys go on to enjoy the video, a like rating would be super appreciated. Also, for those of you that may be new to the channel, make sure to subscribe and turn on those post notifications so you do not miss any of my future uploads. Lastly, before we jump into the video, huge shout out to Ewin Racing Gaming Chairs for sponsoring today's video. For those of you that are in the market for a high quality gaming chair, head on over to Ewin Racing and check out their wide selection of gaming chairs and gaming desks. They have a wide variety of different gaming chairs to meet your needs and a number of color selections to match your gaming setups. I've personally been using one of their gaming chairs for nearly 4 years and it feels just as good as it did the first day that I sat in it. Head on over to their website and make sure to use code ASQD for 30% off of your order. Also, make sure to let me know down in the comments if you went over and picked up a chair, and like I said, the link to the website will be down below in the description. So now moving on to the meat and potatoes of today's video, talking about game engines and what could be used in the next iteration of the Ghost Recon franchise. So I will definitely specify here at the start of the video that I am no developer and I am not in tune with the ins and outs of game engines, but obviously for those of us that have played recent Ghost Recon games, we can see how the game's played, and just by doing that, you can see whether the underlying engine is working well for the game itself. So if you go back to Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter and Advanced Warfighter 2, both of those games ran on the Yeti engine, which was a game engine based on a heavily modified version of Unreal Engine 2.5. This also carried over into Ghost Recon Future Soldier as well as Ghost Recon Phantoms. But with transitioning into an open world, Ubisoft knew they had to switch game engines for the development of Ghost Recon Wildlands, and by doing so, transitioning the franchise over into Anvil Next, which was a game engine that was heavily designed around the Assassin's Creed franchise. This is a great example of why you can see multiple game features that carry across from Assassin's Creed to Ghost Recon, which I will be honest, in my personal opinion, Ghost Recon should have its own game engine that has its own tactical shooter elements rather than pulling elements from an open world Assassin's game, but that's just my personal opinion. Let me know yours down below in the comments. Anvil Next was also used for the development of Ghost Recon Breakpoint, along with a number of other Ubisoft games like Rainbow Six Siege as well as Far Cry New Dawn. So there is no question that Anvil Next is a good game engine for massive open worlds, but when it comes to the Ghost Recon franchise being taken to the next level, will Anvil Next be able to handle it, or could it be with the longer development cycle between games, Ubisoft could be switching Ghost Recon to another game engine utilized by other Ubisoft games? So that engine would be the Snowdrop engine. So for those of you that are familiar with Tom Clancy's Division, you will know that the engine used in that game is formerly known as Snowdrop. It was specifically developed for Tom Clancy's The Division back in 2016 and has since been used in a sequel with Tom Clancy's The Division 2. This game engine is also being used for the new Avatar Frontiers of Pandora, along with the new Star Wars game that is in early development. Also, for you Splinter Cell fans out there, this is the game engine being used for the new Splinter Cell remake. So like I said at the start of the video, I am no developer, but this is the game engine that I have always wanted to see be used for the Ghost Recon franchise. I don't know if there are limitations using this game engine for a massive open world like we would need to see in Ghost Recon, but it was an engine that was originally developed for a third-person shooter game, and I just feel like if they expanded upon the engine a little bit, it would be perfect for the Ghost Recon franchise rather than have a game engine that was built from the ground up for Assassin's Creed. There were some really cool features built into Snowdrop that were really showcased well in Tom Clancy's The Division, and I would just love to see that engine fully unleashed in an open world environment rather than an urban environment like we saw in The Division. Especially when they showed the trailer for Avatar Frontiers of Pandora. That jungle setting at the very start of the trailer just looked absolutely gorgeous, and I wish there was a way we could see that iterated into a Ghost Recon game. But with that being said, could Anvil Next be expanded upon even more and be properly utilized for the next Ghost Recon game? The developers showcased what they could do with this game engine back in Ghost Recon Wildlands with the open world map of Bolivia, which to this day is still one of the most beautiful open worlds that Ubisoft has ever created. If you combine that knowledge with all of the community feedback that has been given to them over the last 4 years since the launch of Ghost Recon Breakpoint, I think they could definitely knock it out of the park with the next iteration of the Ghost Recon franchise. Now lastly, I did want to touch on the ultimate engine that I think would make a breathtaking iteration of the Ghost Recon franchise, and that would be the new Unreal Engine 5. The amount of things that you can do in this game engine, even up to the new procedural generation systems that they recently iterated into the engine itself, the developers could get insanely creative with the environments and biomes, especially with the nanite technology when it comes to rendering objects in the world. And when you tie that in with the global illumination capabilities of Lumen, I just feel like that could be the ultimate Ghost Recon experience, but I don't see Ubisoft switching over to a completely different game engine that nobody would be familiar with. They will most likely stick to what they know and expand upon the Anvil Next engine to improve and streamline the engine, hopefully for even more Ghost Recon content in the future. So overall, that is going to do it for today's video. Let me know your thoughts on all of this down below in the comments. Would you like to see Ubisoft use a new game engine like Snowdrop or Unreal Engine 5 for the next Ghost Recon game? Or do you think they could expand upon Anvil Next and knock it out of the park with that current game engine? I'll be honest, if they take the map from Ghost Recon Wildlands and expand upon it and make sure that it feels alive and take a lot of the in-game systems when it comes to the character movement and gameplay mechanics from Ghost Recon Breakpoint, smash that into a blender, we could have a fantastic next Ghost Recon game. But like I said, that is all for the video. If you guys enjoyed it, you are excited about the possibility of a new Ghost Recon game releasing sometime between now and 2025, make sure to drop a like on the video and also subscribe if you are new to stay up to date on all content surrounding the Ghost Recon franchise here on the channel moving forward. But that is all for now. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will catch you guys later. Peace out.
Heads up, we're not alone.
Identify the threat. Eradicated.
Watch for anything suspicious and destroy it.
Watch out
Hostiles
for
are
the
out
sight of
there.
the
I
enemy.
can
Stay
feel
alert.
it. Stay alert. We got hostiles in the area. Engaging.
You want to know something? I'm going to find and destroy whoever is out there.
You and me.
Nothing yet.